Many trends have came and impacted global supply chains, including the one we know today. COVID-19 in itself is an example of, are you ready to make the correct decision at the right time? Today, let's discuss one thing in particular. Are you making the correct decision by keeping everything in-house, or should you be considering an outsourcing product or service? Let's talk. It's an open dialogue, and that's the great part about this. I myself had to do it. I'm going to walk you through my story today so you can probably get a different point of view, that it's not just the dollar amount that you should consider. To begin with, back in 2020, I had Avid Promotions, which I currently still have today. COVID-19 came and slammed my supply chain I know today. And that's when I had to take into consideration, do I stay with what I have, or do I out there and make a change to my business model? And that's exactly what I had to do. With that being said, I started the Power of Branding. Power of Branding was meant for my everyday customers, not just to stay in-house, not just for me to rely on my supply chain. It was for me to take one step forward. And guess what that step was? The first step in bringing things, items, and services in-house. See, my supply chain was strong. And as a cost-benefit analysis, one thing I did realize is I was making the right decision. My cost savings were amazing. To bring everything in-house was an upfront cost that kind of hard to difficult to really translate and accept. Talking about money, putting it up front, having to hire staff, that in itself was very difficult to accept. And the cost analysis was saying, don't do it. With that being said, I had to do a logic tree. I had to dive deeper and look at more portions of a business that don't have to do with your dollar. I know numbers don't lie, but the beauty about it is you have to step out of your comfort zone. And that's exactly what I did with the Power of Branding. I started bringing in services that I outsource. I started bringing them in. And what that has done for me is create a market that I didn't have access to. So now you may ask, how can I tie that back into my business? See, it's simple. Don't rely on the number alone. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the possible markets. Most importantly, look at how you could recreate your business today. So if you do have to go through another pandemic, if you do run into another wall, are you prepared to have your business in the best position to go to the next step? I thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day. It's been a pleasure. Hario Vasquez.